Hey, that's how K-Dot was bodying Drake, bro. But hold on. One more time. What up, what up, what up, Night Nation? It's your boy, Stevie Knight. About to get on one of these things, you feel me? What's good with the watch? Night watch, man. Peep the drip. Shop, StevieKnight.com. You feel me? Hoes and headaches all day, every day. If you know, you know. If you want to know, peep the site, find something like I got you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. We definitely have to take a few moments to chop it up about what K-Dot was able to accomplish here on Juneteenth, bro. Drake's funeral, the massacre, bro, the desecration, everything in the book, bro. Yeah, we definitely got some things to talk about, man. Before we do, man, appreciate everybody for pulling up to the live stream that we did for the pop out and show. You feel me? That was last minute, bro. And we had like 22, 23K up in that stream, dog. Just kicking it, vibing, having a good time, watching the monumental, iconic moment in hip hop. And speaking of that moment, bro, it's like, I do not want to be a prisoner of the moment. And it's been about 24 hours up until this point, bro. You know, I'll post this tomorrow on Friday. But there's only one other event, like hip hop event, that I think measures up. That's like in the conversation with what K-Dot did, and that would be the Super Bowl performance. You know what I'm saying? The hip hop one, 50, Snoop, M, Dre, Mary J, which was a monumental moment, bro. But I think I'm pretty confident in saying, for at least as far as what I've seen, firsthand experience, hip hop wise, bro, that's the biggest hip hop event I've ever seen, and I'm glad I was able to witness it live amongst you all, bro. It was just a dope moment, bro. The dopest moment, bro. I ain't expected to be all of that, bro. It was so many different things at once. Mainly being, not even mainly, bro. Not even mainly, which makes it so bad. I was about to say mainly it being the decapitation of Drake, the victory lap, bro. But that's not even mainly what it is, bro. Which makes it so bad for Drake, dog. Because that performance represented so much more that it minimized the rap beef, dog. When in the grand scheme of things, every last track that they had set for that lineup was a cue to Drake. Every last one of them, bro. Hold on, we gotta pull the list up. For those of y'all who missed the performance, bro, this shit was fucking fantastic, bro. But from top to bottom, dog, K-Dot opened up with Euphoria, DNA, Element, Alright, Swimming Pools. Alright could just be a song for Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure you can pull a Drake jab out of that too, man. But Alright, I can give you Swimming Pools, Money Trees, Win, King's Dead, 616, Collard Greens, Dat Bar, King Kunta, Mad City, Humble, like that. Especially the diss records, but every last song that wasn't a planned shot in the creation of it towards Drake could be applied to Drake, bro. From the lyrics of them songs, bro. It was dope, bro. It was dope, dog. And I know I said before in the past that I don't foresee anything that derives from this beef impacting Drake's image or career permanently. My mind has absolutely changed. Drake will never be the same from this. Never, dog. The only motherfuckers out here that are having this struggle with these mental gymnastics that they're going through to salvage Drake's image for their mind is the Drake beehive. The Drake stands, bro. The delusional fucks. You know what I'm saying? And y'all on an island by yourself, bro. But if you live in reality, bro, like there's no way Drake will ever be the same from this, dog. He'll be able to, drop some bops, some summer records, I'm sure, bro. But they're gonna have to be mainly to get the women hype. You know what I'm saying? he's going to have to play into his female audience hands the most at this point, because say for instance he drops a banger record talking shit, nobody's going to take it serious. It's going to get laughed at, bro, because of how Kendrick Lamar disemboweled this man's image, his career, his manhood. He sunned him, bro. And it's mainly because of how Drake has been conducting himself since this rap beef, dog. The motherfucker just took push-ups off of YouTube. He took push-ups off of YouTube. It's no longer there, bro. On top of the fact he's removed every diss track from his Instagram, bro, and compounded with the fact that he's been moving fucking weird as shit from the songs he's decided to jump on. The Sexy Red, BBL Drizzy, which was another embarrassing ass move this man's made, just making his ass look fucking worse. And then he got on that goofy ass weird track talking about I'm so cheesed, bro. Like, dog, he's made himself a clown, bro, because he's continued to move like a little immature boy that he is, dog. Because K-Dot been sunning this motherfucker the whole time, bro. Like, Kendrick Lamar just jaw ruled Drake. What 50 did to Ja Rule, Kendrick just now, or is still in the process of doing, because he ain't done. He ain't done. He's in the process of completing this. And he's doing Drake how 50 did Ja Rule. Because after this, and the dust settles, well, the dust will never settle now, because you can no longer mention Drake's name without the tarnishing of Kendrick's dick on his head, bro. No matter what Drake does from this point forward, bro, you can no longer mention Drake's name in hip hop in real conversations without mentioning K-Dot. You can't, bro. Just like you cannot mention Ja Rule without mentioning how 50 fucked his shit up, you can no longer mention Drake without mentioning how Kendrick fucked his shit up, bro. It's like a goddamn Cinderella story, dog. This man was able to just take the machine down so calculated and precise and eloquently and professional and grown man like, dog, just making Drake look more and more like a bitch. In this performance, bro, he had the whole crowd rocking, dog.
Why you pulling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably
A minor pedophile, word for word. Every last one of these fucking records, these diss tracks, word for word, bro. And that just represents a small piece of what K-Dot was able to accomplish on Juneteenth, bro. It represents the fake versus the real, the plant versus the authentic, the degeneracy versus the realness, hip hop versus bullshit versus culture. Like, his motherfucker is carrying the culture on his back, dog. We have not had this authentic of moment in hip hop as globally and as polarizing as this is since I can't remember, dog. I can't remember. Considering how fucked up and degenerate of a spot hip hop is in and has been in for quite some time, K-Dot is shifting the plates, bro. He's shifting the world. He's shifting the hip hop climate. He's shifting hip hop, period, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit is big, dog. Y'all know I've been fucking saluting K-Dot from the mountaintop for a minute now. If you've been fucking with my channel for long enough, bro, I'm just glad this man's getting his flowers and doing it the way he's doing it, bro. Like, he's carrying hip hop right now. Because he has the legs to do it, right? And I don't want to take away from all the rappers out here and all the advocates and hip hop historians and pages and content creators and motherfuckers that fuck with the epitome and the purest forms of hip hop. But K-Dot is on a different level because he has the legs and the means and the access to do it, to bring the whole world's attention back to what the fuck hip hop is all about. Authenticity. You can't fake this shit. You can't pump these numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can't have Blood, Crips, and Pyro on the fucking same stage just to represent what the fuck K-Dot is doing, dog. Putting West Coast on the map the way he did, bro. Right? it's so pure. It's so fire, dog. But at the same time, the biggest fuck you to Drake, dog. And it ain't gonna stop, bro. And it ain't gonna stop, dog. But yeah, he definitely Ja Ruled that man, bro. Drake will never be the same. Drake can only save face with the hoes, with the women. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in his stands. But like it's similar to what the fuck J. Cole going through at this moment, but much more severe. Like, it's gonna be hard for hip hop heads to take any bravado talk from J. Cole serious after how he conducted himself in his rap beef, dog. It is what it is, bro. Y'all said it. Y'all echoed the same sentiments to me. I've had plenty of conversations about this with everybody outside of the platform, bro. Like, listening to J. Cole's old verses talking that shit, and for whatever new shit he comes out, it's gonna be hard to take that man serious because of how he move. You can't, because you just barking. There's no bite, right? You could rap, but you ain't really about that. So I'm curious how that's going to affect J. Cole's career from here on out. I mean, as long as he don't try to be on this big three, top of the mountaintop, I'm sure he'll be fine, right? Just do the J. Cole shit. But with Drake it's entirely different, bro, because not only does he rap for the hoes, but he does the talking shit. I'm the hit maker. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Michael Jackson's level. Anybody fucking with me, I'm the top of the top. I'm on top of the top of the top of the top. And K-Dot has been able to bring all that shit into question and got the whole world looking at Drake with a microscope now, talking about, you're not really about that, bro. Like, he's still gonna eat, bro, but from here on out, Drake is no longer going to have the impact that he's had thus far. In addition to the fact that he's been on this steady decline for a while now, bro, because Drake don't put out the bops no more. It's just that at this point he's able to sell records because his name is a brand. When Drake drops, the world stops. He's been able to get to that point, but he ain't been dropping no Take Cares. He ain't been dropping no If You Reading This Too Late. He ain't been dropping no fucking Tuscan Leather, none of that shit. He been on this weird shit, on this weird tear, and it's gonna continue going that route. His prime has sailed on, and K-Dot is speeding up the fact that, Drake is no longer at the mountaintop. Definitely Kendrick Lamar. He's the king of this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Ain't no fucking debate about that. Kendrick ruined that man. Ruined him. I get off my soapbox for a minute, man. I wanted to peep a video from Fantastic Hip Hop. Whoever does this channel, they make dope ass videos. And they just dropped a video titled What I've Been Thinking. How Kendrick Lamar just officially ended Drake. I'm sure they're going to be saying the same shit that I just said to y'all, man. But let's tap in. Give y'all some visuals. And then shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. That goddamn pop out and show, bro. That pop out show, bro. That shit go. Anyway, Lego.
Kendrick Lamar has finally come back outside as he just had his Ken and Friends pop out concert, and after witnessing Kendrick's first performance following his beef with Drake. I think it's safe to say what we just witnessed is going to go down as one of the greatest moments of not just his career, but for the entirety of hip hop. Because what Kendrick did coming off the momentum of the biggest rap beef of the 21st century was legendary in every sense of the word, as he used all of the hype and excitement in the air to put together an event truly like no other. And of course, as everybody else is touching new levels of greatness, the downfall of Drake has just reached a new low, as after everything that went down here, there should not be a single person on this planet that thinks that Drake somehow still came out of this as a winner, or even in a manner where his career isn't in sheer and utter ruin.
Y'all are really creative. or just plainly delusional, but very creative with the mental gymnastics and the cope to come up with words to make yourself feel better about the shit. Like, y'all motherfuckers are living in Neptune with this bullshit, bro. The comments to these posts from the Drake stands are crazy.
With this performance, Kendrick didn't take the route most artists would, which would just be to capture the success of what went down, perform the diss tracks live, and cash a nice check off all the hype. But instead of this, just like everything else Kendrick Lamar has done in his career, this performance was calculated, extremely well thought out, and super powerful. And while there are many reasons of why this was, it all comes back to the fact that from the moment the show started to the moment it ended, Every single thing that went down just further invalidated all of Drake's diss tracks, which have just aged like milk at this point, and what's even more brilliant is that this wasn't because Kendrick was trying to spite him exactly, but Kendrick literally just proved that he is the clear winner of this beef and that everything Drake has said is not just wrong, but it was genuinely embarrassing to even put in a song by just acting and showing who he really is.
Oh, it makes me think of, he pretty much debunked a lot of the shit that Drake was saying in his raps, talking about Dave Free is the real baby daddy, bro. Dave Free helped put the show on. Right? How Whitney ain't fucking with him. Whitney's at the goddamn show.
Yeah, Grant or whoever who's posted on this page, Whitney was definitely there, so let's make sure we be accurate with this. So we should delete this. Whitney's there.
Now, the first way this was shown was in the initial leg of the show, which featured a set DJ'd by the one and only DJ Head, and with this opening act, we got to see an array of unsung and underrated talent from the West Coast get their chance to shine on the biggest stage in rap this year during a concert that was not just attended by nearly 20,000 people, but that was also being watched and followed by millions online. Now, there was a lot of West Coast artists who got to shine bright on such a big stage, and especially in this portion, guys like Jason Martin, Jay Worthy, and Westside Boogie were more ready for this moment than ever, and by giving these underrated and hungry MCs the chance to show off their skills, and even have the chance to go viral online by having so much exposure. Right off the bat, by just caring about the artists in his community. Kendrick destroyed Drake's lines on Family Matters about him not giving back and showing love to where he is from, as by sharing the stage with so many artists that, while not being anywhere near Kendrick's size, are from the same place he is. It just shows from the very ground of this performance and on the most fundamental level what Kendrick was trying to pull off here, and as things went on, this only became more and more clear during DJ Mustard's set, which showcased so many of the biggest rappers and artists from the West Coast riding off everything Kendrick did leading up to this, which when it comes to the most important moment of the night in terms of humiliating Drake during this portion of the show, while seeing artists like Steve Lacy and Roddy Ricch on stage show that they are siding with their hometown over even the slightest chance of getting a Drake feature, and while Tyler the Creator garnered the most excitement from the crowd, not just because it was insane to see him rep the West Coast in this manner that was so unexpected, but also just because he's one of the biggest stars in rap and one of music's most exciting
Everybody drawing their line in the sand,
what really was a bad look for Drake in this moment.
Drake petty ass dogs, like, I mean, everybody drawing their line in the sand for real. We fucking with K-Dot, fuck Drake. Because if you siding with K-Dot in any capacity, Drake's old sensitive ass is gonna see that as a sign of disrespect. I can't fuck with you, bro. So to see these big ass artists pretty much saying fuck Drake, Dr. Dre, Tyler Creator, Roddy Ricch, of course everybody from goddamn TDE. Who else, bro? Who else, dog? That's crazy though, dog. That's so fucking fire, bro. That's so fucking fire, dog.
Was when YG came out. As one of Drake's biggest so-called chess moves during the Kendrick feud was his attempt to try to tear Kendrick's closest people, whether it was his label mates or rappers that he came up with apart from him, and especially in this regard, he really went all in on destroying Kendrick from his hometown when he shouted out YG on Family Matters and tried to pretty much force him to be on Team Drake, but despite this, YG showed that one of Drake's biggest moves in the entire feud when it came to hurting Kendrick in this beef absolutely fell flat on his face, as YG didn't just come out and show support for Kendrick as he channeled what it meant to be a West Coast MC in the arena like only few other guests did, but that he has his own problems with the OVO rapper, because from his subliminal diss a few weeks ago to the way he aggressively told DJ Mustard to cut him and Drake's collab Who Do You Love short right before Drake's part came on, which I don't think many people noticed yet as just so many things went down. All in all, by giving smaller rappers from his hometown the chance to shine on what may go down as the biggest night of his career, and by having rappers Drake once considered friends and pawns that he could move against Kendrick like YG, show that this beef has only brought him, Kendrick, and their coast closer together. Drake's diss tracks hold almost little to no weight at all anymore, because aside from the lies and the invalidation of his entire strategy that of course we saw on the disaster of the Hard Part 6, the remaining jabs that still held any sort of validity on a cut like Family Matters don't even make remote sense anymore, and have shown themselves to be even more elaborate lies that Drake created. And when it comes to Drake being maybe the biggest liar in rap, When Kendrick came out to perform in the final act of the show, it really showed off just how delusional and insane the OVO rapper is, and ultimately, when we look at all of this in totality, it really leaves Drake's disses and strategy as some of the worst drawn up ever in a major feud, because as everyone remembers, another one of the main digs Drake tried to get in on Kendrick to tear him up from the inside was by saying that he gets more love than Lamar in Kendrick's home city, and that Kendrick is not really as big as he seems, and that he doesn't even belong in a big three, and during Kendrick's performance, he made sure that nobody will even think these things again.
At all.
He disputed all these ideas as he delivered one of the greatest sets of his career, but not just because of his energy or the fact that he ran
Because of the
through
crowd,
his greatest hits, but because of how he put every single lie that was ever told about him during this beef to rest. Now, no moment showed this better than where Kendrick came out to his first full-on response track to Drake, Euphoria, which in a beef whereas more points were placed on the board, the higher risk there was for one artist's net of attacks to just cave in. With a track like Euphoria, as Kendrick did his research and made a piece of music that wasn't flimsy enough to just crumble when his opponent responded on impact. Everything he said here still applies to Drake and beyond what it represented when the song came out.
Everything he said is more magnified now. Even more true, bro. Drake is just cowered away. You feel me? Like, he's motherfucker's been attacking his integrity, his character, this whole fucking time. And everything that K-Dot has said in these records is just concrete, bruh. Concrete, dog. Masterclass, bruh.
This ever-evolving musical hit piece that doesn't just reflect Kendrick's thoughts on Drake when he wrote it, but that also echo what he is thinking in the very present moment of where the rivalry is at, as during this performance. While of course Kendrick repeated most of the timeless jabs which will probably apply to Drake and haunt him forever, he also added in some new lines, like when he said, "Give me Tupac's ring back and might give you a little respect." Now compare this to Drake's diss tracks, which have only dissolved into embarrassing rants of delusional gossip, and the all-time failure of Drake is only more apparent and during the performance. One of the most beautiful moments of the entire concert was when Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock, Absol, and Schoolboy Q reunited on stage as Black Hippie, and after a time where it seemed like this group was just not making music together anymore, and that they also may have not been cool with Kendrick, which was the rumor that Drake tried to use against him throughout his diss tracks as he talked about how Kendrick's label TDE does not respect him. On top of this moment being one of the most powerful things the genre has seen in years, it just melts off another one of the ways Drake tried to take Kendrick down, and overall,
some bullshit.
with the failure of Drake's entire barrage of diss tracks against Kendrick Lamar never being seen greater than right in this moment where during the concert his words were not just proven to be false, but as Kendrick delivered moment after moment, especially in instances where he performed like that and the arena was so energized as he declared there was no longer a big three, and when Kendrick went on to perform Not Like Us 5 times in a row, which from the amount of times the crowd got too hyped, and had to restart the song to when everyone from Compton at the show came up on stage to dance and celebrate the anthem they created, which resulted in this surreal moment where Kendrick Lamar, Black Hippie, DJ Mustard, YG, Steve Lacy, Russell Westbrook, DeMar DeRozan, and so many others were just turning up together. As thousands in the arena and millions in the world galvanized behind Kendrick to not even really diss Drake, but just to celebrate hip-hop, the West Coast, and as Kendrick Lamar expressed towards the end of the show, a rare moment of unity where so many people came together. Ultimately, while this show was as hyped up as it was because of the Drake beef, Kendrick Lamar used this performance to make a moment so much bigger than a feud in rap could ever be, and because of this, Lamar didn't just make history in one of the most unexpected and meaningful ways he could have with this show, but by almost ignoring Drake in a way and making these moments that blossomed from the root of his and Kendrick's tensions into what feels like the revival of the true spirit and essence of what hip-hop represents, especially on the regional level. Kendrick's managed to humiliate Drake more than anyone could have expected, as his loss isn't just going to give one man a victory, but it's inspired the entire spirit of a genre to be in the most unified place it has been, and if this beef can do all this, it really adds another medal to Kendrick's jacket because it's showing how even in a situation that seems so negative as he went into a lyrical gladiator match that really did get intense at times, it was ultimately for the betterment of hip-hop and what he cares about most. So while this beef may never be truly over if Drake continues to ride off the momentum of his failure, and eventually, I am sure we will get another Kendrick diss on his end in the form of a subliminal shot. It's clear that with this legendary concert that we will be talking about for years.
Who the fuck said it? Who said it? Who said it? It was like, bruh, oh, it was a problem. It was a problem. He said, bruh, Drake better not, dog, because K-Dot got a lot more left in the clip, bruh.
let one of them niggas do a sneak diss or something. He may lay one on a nigga head 30 minutes later again. Just know that. And that's what I'm watching. I'm watching Drake and J. Cole kind of like, they feel like they walking through landmine now. Like, don't say nothing remotely close to accidentally making us think you about to say something.
I'm just glad
you might get cracked again.
I'm glad Cole pulled out.
Waiting on it, bro. I better not even think that you insinuating a subliminal in my direction, bro. Y'all thought he was dead now? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm about to bring him back to life to kill him again, goddamn.
Kendrick Lamar showed that he didn't just win the beef, but that he brought hip-hop back into its purest form in decades. So let me know, what do you think of this concert and everything that went down?
Thoughts. Hey, do y'all agree with the, fuck that. Thoughts.